Let's go with the next one. This is Nathan Lang. There you go. We're gonna actually see some prop modeling now. Web business. It says, hello Abe, my name is Nathan and I'm an artist from Canada. I recently graduated with a degree in game art, 3-year program. I'm currently working at a research studio making models for VR applications. There you go. I'm telling you guys, VR. I know VR is not very sort of like common things for us as gamers, but it's used quite a bit in other industries. Some feedback on a lesson on layering textures. Okay, let's take a look. Okay, the lovers crossbow. Immediately, I like this is very important, guys. When you're preparing your thumbnails for YouTube, and this I can tell you with a lot of experience, you need to make them like quite interesting. This is not a good thumbnail. It just looks like very old school, like PlayStation 1 quality, right? Even if the model is good or the story is good, like if the thumbnail is not good, people are not gonna click on it. Now, unfortunately, see, this is very weird. Oh man, Nathan, this is very weird, man. Like, I look at this thing at the render and it looks, again, like very bad. I don't like it at all. The light and everything, it just like doesn't look good. But then I look at this render, it's like, oh, this actually looks quite nice. I like it. It's a nice representation of this render. There's a couple of things that I would maybe add in texture, just a little bit more damage, a little bit more dirt or something, but this is not bad. This is again, attention to detail that we need to find, right guys? And attention to detail is one of the hardest things for me to teach. This right here, look at the rope. What do you notice on the rope? What I notice is that there's no knot, right? Like this thing right here should go and create like a little bit of a knot or something. You need to model that knot right there, and you need to model the knot right over here, right? Something to indicate that this thing is sort of like going around in a loop. Otherwise, it looks, again, it looks bad. The direction of the lines as well. Like right now, they're sort of like very straight right here. They should be a little bit more, you know, inclined to really give that sort of like tension to the whole rope. So that's what I would add. For the wood, if you're already adding a little bit of damage here to the wood, what I would do is add, you know, a little bit of bigger chips here, right? It usually tends to be a little bit lighter wood that we see like showing through. It's like the metal edge where we've talked about this, especially on this area right here. This is where the bolt is going to be sort of like being launched from, right? For this crossbow. So that's the area that receives the most use and the most damage. So I would expect to see a little bit of that like damage. And in fact, what other place? Probably over here, right? Because this is the area where you're usually holding the element or the crossbow. So as you can see, adding a little bit of that like little extra damage, it helps with telling a story. Eventually something here as well, right? On the corners. And this is what I was mentioning again. Look at the borders of those corners. They're very round. I don't think they had this technology back in the day to make them like super round. They were like very rough. So I would expect to have a little bit more damage and more intense like sharp silhouette on those particular parts of the process. It's a good model. I would say, Nathan, like if you just spend a couple of more actually let's do something, Nathan. If you're watching this, I think this could be a potentially a good like learning like experience for everyone. If you're watching this, Nathan, or you're watching this later, or if anyone knows Nathan, tell Nathan to send me a message on Discord. And if you want, send me this model along with the textures. I'll bring it into Substance and I'll show you the kind of stuff that we can do to sort of like take it to the next level. And I'm not saying adding like dirt and damage just to make it more intense. I'm gonna show you some techniques that we can do to really like, again, like make something really interesting. Okay, so if you want, again, just reach out to me on Discord and we can like make a video about that. This is good. I like it. Good detail on the serpent there on the handle. Yeah, look at that. The leather, the elements look way better. I don't know why people love doing katanas. I mean, they're cool, of course, but that's the only issue that I see, that they might be a little bit like there might be too many of this out already. So, and then we have this one right here, the King's Skull. Okay, the thing that I don't like about this one, Nathan, is the roots. They look way too ugly. Again, a little bit sloppy, I would say, and we could definitely incorporate a little bit more texture, visual interest, and sculpt. It's the sculpt. This one, I don't think the sculpt for this one is working as much. But you're on a good path, man. You're in a good path because we are seeing like some really clean like builds. For instance, with this one, even your UVs were really clean. Yeah, look at that. Like everything following a proper direction and things like that. That's great. So I know we can push this into a better level. we just need to focus a little bit more on the sculpting side of things, especially if you want to be a prop modeler. I've mentioned this before. You are going to need to use ZBrush, and you're going to need to sculpt, because sculpting is a big part of asset creation nowadays, okay?